euphoria or a... That did not give me a rush of euphoria. That just kind of upset me. My cat just knocked over a box of stuff. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jen, and this is my channel. So there's so many things to talk about today, I don't even know where to start. Of course, this is Sunday, and this is my usual day that I do my wrap-ups and let you guys know how my week went, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, what's going on in my life, and kind of what's ahead for the next week. I don't know where to start. Lots of things. First of all, I guess we'll just start with the most obvious, and I want to put it out there. I apologize to Amy for any kind of a drama that this created in her life, and that is the sole reason why I deleted comments and I blocked a lot of people, is not because of the negative comments towards me, because I honestly do not care. It does not affect my life one bit whatsoever, but it was affecting me because it was some of the comments and the hate was geared towards her, and I didn't want her being negatively impacted or her feeling bad, or I just didn't want it affecting her. And because that was not my intention. My intention was I wanted to help her. I would not have went out and sought merchandise from a third-party company, or like, I don't, Teespring or whatever those companies are that usually YouTubers work with. I would not have went out and searched for a company to make merchandise with. I went with Amy because she's my friend. I wanted to support her in her new business. I think she's doing awesome in her business, and it's not that I thought I could help her overly, or she didn't need my help probably, but she was a friend, and I thought that it would be fun, and I had the idea, and I still like the idea of the slogan. I think I was probably trying to say slogan. I'm not really sure what I was trying to say, but it came out slogo, so we'll just go with that. I like the slogan, and I still do. I didn't realize it would be triggering to so many people. Obviously, it's a triggering word, but I like it. And like I said, I never thought it would create such a buzz, like a hornet's nest of problems. So to Amy, I'm very sorry. Like I said, it was never my intention to disrupt your life in any way. If it did, a lot of people were accusing me of doing it because I needed the money or wanted the money or I was greedy. And I did not mention it in the video because, partly because I just didn't think about it, and partly because I don't feel that it's necessary for me to brag about what I do with my money or tithing. I do, and I have tithed quite a bit, and I feel that that is something that is right for me. It's something that makes me happy, and any and all money that I would make from that venture, merchandise, and as well as the Teami that I am loving actually and using and promoting, any and all money from those two things would go directly to a charity in my town that works with the homeless, that does amazing things for the homeless. So, like I said, I did not mention that in the video. Like I said, partly because it was like a really thrown together video because I didn't expect it to happen so quickly, and I was excited, so I just didn't think about it. And then partly because, like I said, I don't feel that when you tithe and when you donate, I don't feel like it's something you should be bragging about. But there were a lot of people that were questioning whether or not those were my intentions. I have talked about tithing before in videos way before well, not way, but before I was even monetized or made any kind of money from YouTube at all. I talked about tithing and my intentions to tithe. So it's not something new. And if you go back and watch my videos, it is in there. So that's enough about that. That's way too much time spent on something that, like I said, the merchandise links will still be in my videos because it's something that I believe in and I want to support Amy. But like moving forward, negative comments will be deleted and you'll be blocked. I'm just going back to that because I was getting to a place where I would just letting people be negative if they wanted to, but I'm not sure if it's something that I'm still trying to decide on, whether in future videos that I will let negative comments stay on my videos or if I will delete them. I'm certainly not going to play police and just sit on my video all day and delete comments. If I see the negative comments, I probably will delete them because I want a positive environment. So that kind of transcends into the next topic. Sometimes it really sucks to admit when you're wrong, and it sucks to admit when other people are right, especially when those people are, I guess I have to put like a trigger warning here, when they're haters. But it does suck to admit that you're wrong, but I am not above admitting that I'm wrong. So when I made the video about Amberlynn and about her Optavia adventures, I got a little bit of criticism, well, a good bit of criticism, not as much as the merchandise criticism, but I still got criticism and I got called a hypocrite, and I've been called a hypocrite many times. I guess people were assuming that I was trying to say that I was better than Amberlynn or whatever, and that was not my intention either. But I will have to admit that after being honest with myself and looking at my life again every few days, well, I should do it every day, but every few days I stop and reevaluate where I am and see if I'm still on the right path. And those people who said I was a hypocrite, as well as the people who said I needed to focus on my own weight loss journey and on my own life instead of worrying about somebody else's, were completely right, and I was wrong. I was a hypocrite because in somebody else's video, and probably in my videos, I said that I needed to worry about myself and not focus on what other people are doing, as well as it's none of my business. And also I left a comment saying that just because people have opinions doesn't mean they have to feel the need to voice his opinions. So I went against what I said, and I was a hypocrite, so I admit that I'm a hypocrite. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. I don't like it, of course. I don't think many people would like admitting when they're wrong, but I'll do it. And as well as I do need to focus on me and not worry about what other people are doing, whether I think it's not right or whether I think it won't work, will work. What they're doing is scamming, being scammed. It's not for me to judge, and it's none of my business. So I also thought about taking that video down or making it private. I'm not quite sure what I'll decide to do with that. For right now, I'm just going to leave it where it's at. But I am going to try to promise in the future to not worry about anybody else's journey and just worry about myself. Because as we all know, I have a lot to work on, and I have a lot of things that I need to work on in my life that I don't need to worry about other people. I need to worry about myself. So to the people who called me a hypocrite and to the people that told me that I needed to focus on my own weight loss and my own life, I appreciate it. It feels weird to say that I appreciate that because it was negative, but it wasn't actually negative in the end because it was helping me to see that where I was going wrong, and I needed to get myself back on the right path. And I get off path a lot. I mean, that's how I got to where I am now. I got off path for a very long time. So thank you so much for telling me that I was off track and allowing me to reevaluate my life and regroup and be able to move forward in a healthier way. Okay, so also I'm going to talk about people who have been saying that I have been glowing lately and wondering why I look so happy. And this goes back to something else that I just talked about. I've seen some people think it was because of my relationship, or that we were actually going to meet, or There was a lot of people that were guessing a lot of things. And without going into too much detail, the reason that I feel I'm glowing is because I feel that my life is getting more on track of where I'm supposed to be, and I'm getting more into God's will and doing the right things in life. I've had to make some really hard decisions over the last 3 or 4 weeks, and it's distancing myself from some people that are not good influences and are toxic in my life. It was certainly not an easy decision to do, and I can't say that those people are completely out of my life, but I'm working on distancing myself, and I can feel that when I start to let them back in a little bit, I start getting more negative, and that's kind of when things start getting off track again. Yesterday, during that whole merchandise thing, I, for some reason, decided to let somebody back in my life for a few minutes, and then I ended up feeling really horrible last night. And like I said, the reason I'm glowing is because it was a very hard decision to make, but it was a healthy decision because my soul and my spirit was crushed for so very long, and it was my own fault because I was trying to force something that was not right and was not good for me. I'm not gonna cry. See, this is why I got the waterproof mascara, but my eyeliner is not waterproof, so I'm gonna try not to cry. But it's very easy for your soul and your spirit to get crushed when you've dealt with a situation for so very long and you lose yourself. And then when you start distancing yourself and getting rid of the toxicity in your life, and that's not to say that the people that I have distanced myself from, that I don't love them and that I don't want the best for them, but it's just something that's necessary for me to be happy. Also, another reason why I'm so very happy is because I have wanted to be able to help people, to donate money, to give to people, to buy gifts for people for so long, and I've just not been able to financially. And being blessed with having some extra money from YouTube has made me extremely happy of giving to people. I get a high over buying things for people. Like I said, helping others, I have said this many times on my channel, I feel that my purpose in life is to help others. I don't know exactly how I'm going to help others, but for right now, the way I have been able to help others and to give to others, to give back, I have been extremely blessed. There have been so many of you guys who have sent me gifts, left me such supportive comments, messages, emails. It's just very overwhelming to me, and I have been very blessed. And to be able to pay it forward in some respect has made me feel so good about myself and just made me feel good in general. So that's the reason why I've been glowing, is because I have been getting rid of toxic things in my life and doing more positive things with my life. And it's something that comes from within. It's nothing that anybody has added to my life. There's been no new people in my life. There's been no big changes in my life of relationships. It's just comes from within. The glow comes from within, I think. That's what I attribute it to, because that's the only thing that has changed in my life in the last few weeks. So I guess now we can talk about, let me get rid of this little teardrop that wants to stick around in the corner of my eyeball. All right, so let's talk about how my week went. My week went really well. I started intermittent fasting. Today is day 5. It's only 9:30 in the morning, so I think today is day 5 of my intermittent fasting, if I'm not mistaken. And I've been intermittent fasting somewhere between 17 and 18 hours every day. My goal is 16 hours of intermittent fasting, but like I said, usually when my fasting is done, I'm doing something and not able to eat at that very moment, so it lasts a little bit longer. There's one day that I felt kind of shaky and just not right. I think my blood sugar might have dropped kind of low during that time, because I have been, except for the carbs in fruit, I have been eating some fruit that has quite a bit of carbs. But other than the fruit carbs, I have not been having hardly any carbs in anything else. And I think that maybe my blood sugar probably dropped a little bit low. So I did have a teaspoon of peanut butter. I forget what morning that was. I don't think it, maybe it was yesterday morning or the day before. I don't know. But I did have a teaspoon of peanut butter because I remember my grandma, she was like this big peanut butter advocate, because she would say, you know, when she started feeling shaky, she would eat a teaspoon of peanut butter. I don't know if that's accurate. Maybe it's all in my head. Maybe I felt better because it was a placebo effect. I don't know. But I ate a teaspoon of peanut butter and I felt better. But other than that, I have been having no problems with the intermittent fasting, and it's been working really well for me. I intend to continue on with that. I did talk about and make a video that I planned a 72-hour fast, and I still want to try it. But my neighbor, my sweet mama, as I call her, she kind of lit into me, and I know she's going to be watching this video, because she lit into me and she said she wasn't going to say anything to me. So Mama, I know, and I'm talking to you. She told me not to fast because it was not a good idea, and she was worried about me doing it, and I don't want to worry her. And honestly, I mean, let's just be honest here. Let's not blame anybody else but just me. I don't think that there is a way that I could last 3 whole days without food. I'm questioning whether I could last 24 hours without food. So for that reason, well, for those reasons, I've decided, instead of doing one long 24-hour fast, and somebody else in the comments had mentioned it as well, I've decided to do 3 24-hour fasts, like 24-hour fasting, then the next day eating, doing the 16-hour fast as normal, and then the next day doing a 24-hour fast, every other day doing a 24-hour fast to see how that goes, kind of getting myself used to it before just jumping into it cold turkey, and doing some more research on how to enter into a 72-hour fast and not just doing it off the seat of my pants. It was not probably a good idea to make a video declaring that I was going to do this, but it seemed like a good idea at the time, and I went with it. I would still love to do a 72-hour fast at some point, and I plan on it, attempting to. But like I said, right now I'm going to do 3 24-hour fasts. I think that would be more beneficial to me. And I'm still going to make videos on how I feel during those 24 hours. Like what's going on with me emotionally, what I feel spiritually, kind of digging into those emotions when I'm not using food. So that's something I plan in this coming week. Now let's talk about my food for this week, when I was eating. My food has been going very, very well. I've been eating 2 meals plus a larger snack. And yesterday I did have food. I ordered food. I really wanted pizza, but I knew those calories would go through the roof if I ordered a pizza, even a small pizza, because, again, let's be honest, if I ordered a small pizza, it would all be 8. There's absolutely no self-control I have over binge kind of food, and I consider pizza a binge food. So I ordered a sandwich. It was a steak sub, and then I had a bag of Sun Chips as well as a Diet Pepsi. And I did log that food yesterday on MyFitnessPal, so anybody who follows me on MyFitnessPal could see exactly what I've been eating. I will leave my FitnessPal name is just, that's him again. I will leave my FitnessPal name in the description below. So if you want to follow me on MyFitnessPal or friend me or however that works, I'm not sure. I've gotten a lot of friend requests and I've accepted them all, but I'm not sure how to interact with people on that app. I just know how to log my food. So if I don't answer you on that app, don't feel offended, because I don't know how at this point. And I don't really have time to learn right now. Probably at some point I'll learn how to interact with people, but just at this point I don't have the time. But you're more than welcome to follow along and see what I eat. Like I said, I did vlog the steak sub that I ate yesterday, and I only ate one meal yesterday because those calories were huge. Those carbohydrates were off the chart. And I think, because I think the steak sub was like 950 calories for just the sub. So that meal was over 1,000 calories, and that's all I ate yesterday was one meal. And I have 2 hours before I can eat again. But I'm going to start meal prepping, so I'm not really thinking about eating. I'm just going to drink some water and get on with my day. So that's kind of all I have to share with you. I mean, that's a huge amount. If you made it this far, bless your little hearts. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you all for sticking with me. My journey continues. I've regrouped, refocused, and I'm going to be focusing on myself and less of what other people are doing. Alright guys, I'm going to get busy and get started on my food prep, and I will see you guys again soon. My food prep video will be up on Monday, which is tomorrow, and that will be 2 meals and as well 2 dishes. It will be at least probably 6 meals, as well as I'm going to do snack containers, I think. So that's what you'll see tomorrow in tomorrow's video, my meal prep. So let's get started, and let me end this, and I'm going to get started prepping. See you guys again soon. Bye. Boop.